ZGMF-X20A Strike Freedom is a Gundam that appeared in Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny. It is the successor of the Freedom Gundam, which appeared in Mobile Suit Gundam Seed. In the series, Kira Yamato became the pilot and set off to destroy the Requiem. He consequently played a big role in the Space Fortress Messiah battle. This time, I will explain about the Strike Freedom. Although Strike Freedom appeared in the Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny and the Freedom was in the Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, they were actually developed around the same time period. It means that the machines are the twins' relationships. However, the development of the Dragoon system, which was meant to be equipped to the Strike Freedom and the new model high mobility thruster, was running late, so it wasn't able to take part in the Battle of Jachin-Do. The Junius Treaty, which was signed after the war, banned the use of mobile suit and the equipment of in-jammer canceller on weapons. And it caused the development of the machine to be cancelled since it was against what was written in the treaty. However, as the conflict between Zaft and the O.M.N.I grew worse, the need for developing an even more powerful machine to defuse the situation which even Freedom can't handle. As a result, the development of the Strike Freedom Gundam was restarted in the terminal. In the event of a redevelopment, the operation data in the Freedom was used and designed specifically for Kira Yamato. Latest technologies such as the second stage series were also used in the machine. Even though the repaired Freedom appeared in the Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny, because the Junius Treaty was signed as a ceasefire agreement between the plant and O.M.N.I, the treaty does not have any effect on third-party forces. Strike Freedom was developed in 2 years and succeeded in dramatically increasing the power compared to the Freedom. Its power was around the same level as the Cosmic Era 73 or the Destiny, which were one of the most powerful at that time. The machine was developed specifically for Kira Yamato and was able to dominate the battlefield on its own with its destructive power. Therefore, it aimed at reaching the limitation of technology and made it extremely hard for anyone to control the machine other than Kira Yamato. As for the armor, the outer armor linked to the inner base structure so that it could move in all kinds of ways, which makes it around like a human body. However, because of that, the gap between the armor weakens its defense. Yet, it was thought that the mobility of the machine is more important than the defense. The developers thought that Kira Yamato's skills as a pilot would make it impossible for anyone to hurt the machine. Its high mobility and its light armor were only possible by using phase shift armors, which caused the entire machine to look a little dull golden. At its maximum output, the power which is distributed to the internal base structure is released as a lightning from the joint part of the phase shift armor, causing it to brighten that part of the machine. Although the Strike Freedom is often considered highly mobile and lightly armored, it is actually more strongly bulletproof than the Freedom since the phase shift armor is used as the internal frame. As an armament, to begin with, is the beam rifle, which is the remodeled version of the Lupus for Freedom. It is armed in both hands. By using those two beam rifles together, it makes it possible to shoot a long distance with higher output, which makes it more Freedom in long-range combat. Next is the Super Dragoon. Super Dragoon was developed based on the second-generation Dragoon, also an even more improved version to match Kira Yamato's spatial recognition ability. It equipped with a multi-lock-on system and an all-range attacking system. In order to control the multi-lock-on system and guide the Super Dragoon, it's required for the pilot to process a large amount of information. In fact, it has become an armament that only Kira Yamato can use. For the Slaster, Voiture Lumiere system is being used. This is the Lightning Pulse Cluster, the improved version of the Galaxy piloting system which was used in the Stargazer. It has a very strong propulsion force, but because of that, the pilot has to be highly skilled. The one which was equipped with the Strike Freedom can use its Slaster at its maximum power by purging the Super Dragoon from the weaponry platform. It allows for incredibly fast combat by releasing bluish-white light from the body. This ability compensates the lack of strong defense and allows the machine to move quickly. Originally, it was written in the instruction manual of the Gundam models that without purging the Super Dragoon Voiture Lumiere cannot be used. However, in PG and HGCE, that description has been removed. And in the HD remastered version, it's been described as having wings of light in the atmosphere. Which is this? At first it's hard to distinguish whether it's the lightning from the wings or the light from the slaster. Originally, a slaster is already built in the Dragoon. Hence, it wouldn't be strange if a lightning were to appear in the wings of the machine. To win over the fortress, it is able to fusion with the meteor and gain even more power. In the work, with the help of the Infinite Justice, it managed to defeat Zaft's troops and successfully destroyed the Station 1. After that, it purged with the meteor and headed to the Space Fortress Messiah to fight the final battle. The engines that were used in the Strike Freedom were a miniaturized version of the nuclear engines used in the Freedom. Deuterium beam power transmission systems and Piper Deuterium engine was also used to have even more power than the Freedom, which can run almost indefinitely. But in the anime, there was a scene where Destiny, which uses the same engine, was close to shutting down. The official position is telling us that this was probably because either the nuclear reactor or the power transmission system wasn't working well and failed to support the entire machine. According to the 1/144 scale HG Meteor and the Freedom Gundam Instruction Manual, during the adjusting process of the Meteor 01, the beam saber managed to increase its size to 3 times the size, and the Freedom's phase shift armored loses its power. Even if the nuclear engine is able to distribute electricity, the engine would shut down if the engine is unable to adjust the amount of electricity. In Freedom's first fight, total of 25 machines including the Zaku Warrior and Goug Ignited and 3 of Nazca-class machines didn't stand a chance against the Freedom. Of course, Kira Yamato's skills were the reason why it dominated the battlefield, but also another reason why is that this was one of the most powerful mobile suit of its time. As a third-party force besides Zaft and the O.M.N.I, Lux Klein's Strike Freedom was very important. In the end, Strike Freedom destroyed Reza Burrell's Legend and sank the Space Fortress Messiah. The Strike Freedom became a hero for ending the war between Zaft and O.M.N.I. As the strongest machine in the cosmic era, it never took a bullet in the entire series. Even though in the first battle, it was captured by Goug Ignited's Slayer Whip, it retaliated using the Super Dragoon and managed to escape without getting damaged at all. Also, in the battle against Destiny and Legend, it was attacked by Legend's Dragoons, which he defended using his shield. When his control of the mobile suit collapsed due to the recoil, he was almost shot by Destiny, but was saved by Athran, who ran to his rescue. Many battles were fought against Destiny and Legend even after that, but nothing was able to hurt it. By the way, the Strike Freedom was originally named the Super Freedom Gundam. However, in 2003, a year before the Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny was released, an incident where a member of a society called Super Free in Waseda University was accused of rape aroused. Therefore, they changed the name to what it is today. To end this video, I think that Strike Freedom is very cool and really attractive. But when I think about who is the protagonist in the series, the director, Mitsuo Fukuda, said I shine the spotlight, first on Shinn, second on Athran, and lastly on Kira. Which means these all are the main characters, but I still like to think that Shinn is the protagonist. Why do we find characters that don't improve its skills so attractive? The same goes to protagonists from earlier series. They all seem to have their own beliefs and are willing to sacrifice their lives for those beliefs, which is the reason why they always end up winning. Kira Yamato, in the Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, grew up through struggling and fighting. Even when he was nearly shot down in many battles, he kept on fighting. But Kira Yamato in the Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny has already overcome his struggles and had everything figured out. That makes him become the pilot for the most powerful mobile suit and received no bullet throughout the entire series, kept dominating the battlefield and his beliefs. Unlike him in the Seed series, it just seemed like as a pilot for the strongest mobile suit, he was invincible and looked like he could control the entire story on his own. Although I have things that I disagree with the story, I would love to see 2 mobile suits fighting until their last breath and to end the series by making Shinn recognize the mistakes he has made. I think I would have had a different opinion about the series if it had ended like this. There were many things that were added in the novel and comic version of the series, and they managed to go deeply into the characters' feelings compared to the anime. In the movie Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Freedom, I hope to see an enemy who can fight on equal terms with Kira. What do you all think? I'd be happy to hear your opinions in the comments. That's all for today's video. Please subscribe to this channel and hit the like button. And I'd be very happy to watch one more video if you'd like.